So I just want to quickly show you my little windowsill and a few of the new plants that I've bought, which I bought just before lockdown started. So when I bought my rhubarb from B&Q, I had to wait for a little while for Ben to pop back after he was looking for some stuff in B&Q. So I was hanging around the house plants like you do and found this alocasia. It was only £3.50. It's still got the label on it. Reduced from £7, and it was looking a bit shabby and a bit worse for wear, as you can see on this leaf. It was looking rather droopy, so I've given it lots of water and I put it in my magic windowsill, which is the front window. It seems to be able to revive pretty much any plant that I've put on here so far. Only one has died in the last year, so that's pretty good going. The little shoot down the bottom there wasn't there when I bought it, so hopefully it should be shooting up a new leaf, which I'm really excited about. I've heard these can be very temperamental, but I'm ready for a challenge, so we shall see how we get on with our alocasia. So I also got this Haworthia. We saw them at Kew Gardens and Ben kind of was keen to get one, so when I saw it in the plant section of B&Q, I decided to buy it for him, so he was pretty happy with that. And it comes with a cute little pot, which it's going to outgrow within a matter of days, I'm sure, but it's nice to have anyway. And one of the aloes that I planted, I think it was in November, has started to shoot up, if I can get it to focus on it. Hey, you're having a laugh, aren't you? I've tilted it a bit. Has started to grow a flower. How cool is that? So that's going to be exciting. It's probably going to be super underwhelming, but I'm still damn excited about it. So yes, that's my progress there. Still nothing on the oxalis. They still haven't popped back up yet, but I'm sure they will. And my Tradescantia zebrina, I want to say, flourishing. Look at it, it's hanging over the pot. So I'm going to take a cutting off of it at some point, maybe this week or next, to send to my brother so that he can grow it. I've sent him my oxalis bulbs, the spare ones that I had, so they should be with him soon, so that he can pop them up, hopefully send me lots of pictures. And dear little Alan over here is now sprouting his, what do we say, 4th leaf? Ben said I should have called him Phil, because he's going to be an oak tree. So Phil Oakie. I really wish I'd gone with that suggestion, as I didn't think of it, so I've called him Alan. Once it's a proper tree, he can change his name to Phil. So that's my little window at the moment in May. It's very different from how it looked last May when I had no plants whatsoever. I think I just bought my first Monstera. Maybe not even yet, it's quite early in May now, so I'll have to look back and type it on the screen. But yes, it's looking quite a bit different. Most of my plants have been moved around whilst we've been working from home to try and cheer up other rooms, but eventually they'll probably come back to the front room just because they seem to thrive here. It's a north facing window and everything seems to like it, so who am I to argue? They know what they want. My marrows, 4 out of 5 are growing, and my leeks, quite a lot of those have germinated. Celery has done nothing yet, but I did read that you're supposed to put celery on the soil, not under it, but the seed packet definitely said put it under. So we shall see what happens. I do have quite a lot of little black flies in here at the moment that I can't seem to get rid of. And then there's these, which they're supposed to be sweet peas, but they are climbers, whatever they are, but they don't look like sweet peas should look. And I'm going to give my tomatoes a feed today, and I might be tempted to pot them up in a bigger pot for each of them, because these two are going to need bigger pots. This one might be okay in the pot it's in, but we're going to stay in here and we're going to try and create some form of trellis somehow along the window. Wish me luck with that one. The cauliflowers are getting bigger. There's probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's not bad for some really old seed. And Ben planted some basil seeds a few weeks ago. They've just come up. They're very cute. Tomatoes and basil is going to be quite a good combo, I think. Okay, so this morning we went to drop off the sets of scrubs for Great Ormond Street at the group's headquarters in Leicester, and I picked up 5 more sets to start on today. These ones have been pre-cut, so it's the first time I've had pre-cut ones, which is very exciting. So hopefully I should be able to whip these together pretty quickly compared to the other ones, because cutting it out was quite time consuming and, you know, tough on the knees. So yes, I picked these up this morning, and so I'm gonna crack on with them. One thing I have noticed about this fabric is that it is the most fraying fabric I've ever seen. Honestly, it's covered the van in bits of red fluff already, so this could be interesting to say the least. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to overlock everything and then start to join it all together. Wish me luck. So whilst I've been doing my sewing, I've been still listening to my audiobooks. I just finished The Colour of Magic by Terry Pratchett, which was a wonderful story. I really enjoyed it. It's an amazing magical world. I'm really keen to get into the next book in the series. The only downside to the book was it was very quiet. I think it's been transferred from tapes onto Audible, and the sound quality isn't as good as some of the other books I've listened to. So I did struggle to listen to it whilst I was doing my sewing because I couldn't get the volume high enough to hear it over my machine. But I still really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely excited to listen to the next one in the series. I'm currently listening to My Sister the Serial Killer, which I would highly recommend to everyone. It's a brilliant book. It's so funny and dark, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So I'm going to listen to a bit more of that while I carry on with these scrubs. So I've managed to finish all the trousers after much deliberation, because this fabric is a little bit of a mare. It's very strange. I've never met fabric like it. It's almost like a linen in the respect that it creases under the lightest of heats from your hand, but at the same time it definitely feels polyestery, and it frays like the devil. Look at my skirt. It's being a bit of a mare, but I'm trying to put these pockets on and it is fidgeting about. I mean, I can crease a beautiful line in that pocket with my finger without an iron, but at the same time it's just nothing straight. It's really annoying, and that's all the rest over there I've got to sort out. I thought I'd do one top first because I just needed to get to see how the neckline's going to lay, because I don't have any interfacing for it. So I'm going to guess it's going to lay badly. Not having a good day with these, but I shall persevere. So when I was finishing these up, I noticed that this pocket and the one above it absolutely skew with. It was the last I thought I'd finished, but I have not. This is not acceptable. I don't know how it's got so wonky. I mean, the one above is just as bad. It's not as noticeable on here, but it kind of curves off that way. This fabric is genuinely a pain to work with. It's got so much stretch in it, kind of natural kind of bias, and it doesn't top stitch very well, but I've done a better job on every other one apart from this one. At least it's on the same one, so it's not. So 4 are completely finished apart from this, which I'll redo, but I hate this fabric. So yes, I'm going to now sit and unpick all this and hope that I don't rip any big holes in the very deeperish fabric that I've got here that frays like a demon and catches on everything. But there we go. So the celery suddenly overnight has shot up. I filmed the leeks and that yesterday, and other than a fly that was buzzing around in there was nothing else. So they've probably about 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7 seeds. So they've germinated, which is really good. They do look like they've germinated. The few that are under the soil have germinated, and the ones that are on top haven't. So my marrows since yesterday shot up. Definitely got another one in the corner there. So all 5 have germinated, which is wonderful. Possibly a little bit terrifying because I don't actually have enough space for all the marrows I've got here and the squash that I ordered, so this could be interesting. So I need to as well today put these up. I meant to do it yesterday and didn't. And Ben's basil seeds are looking very cute. there. And again, the tomatoes need doing. They're looking a bit droopy today, so I think it's time to pot them up and give them some feed. Monty suggested planting them deeper in the soil, so that's what I'm going to do. So if I pot it up to the soil up to there, it should grow roots out of here. That is the plan. Good morning, today is Saturday and today we're going to be moving our front room furniture into the living room, which should be interesting because there's quite a lot of stuff in there already, which I'll show you. I need to take my sewing stuff back upstairs because now that Ben's been furloughed, he doesn't need the office anymore, so I can use that for my sewing room again, which is quite fortunate as we need to move all the stuff around at the moment. So that's what I plan to spend in the next couple of weeks, trying to sort it out while he's off. That's it really. I'll show you the front room before we move everything around so you can see it properly. I don't think I've properly shown you that. Also realised something the other day, that I hadn't shown you my crocheted scarf that I finished, and as the day is so miserable outside, I thought it'd be nice to wear it to keep me a little bit warmer. So yes, I finished that. I think it was at the beginning of April, and I'm very pleased with it. It's very nice, but it's been a bit too warm to wear it recently, so today I'm making the opportunity. So as you've probably seen bits of this, this is the living room come kitchen. Please don't look at the kitchen. It's hideous. Yeah, so this is where I'd been sitting doing my sewing, and then we've got a pile of bits and pieces here that we've covered up with some fabric so it doesn't get dusty. At the very end you'll see a door there for the front room, my sewing stuff, my dress that I'm still working on, the dining table, and my books are all in the corner there, my non-sewing related books and my records. Somehow, and I'm fearing the worst here, we're going to make this part into the sofa bit with a TV in the corner, because it has to be relatively near to the corner over there because the Wi-Fi is there and we can't move it. The table's going to go near the window. The room divider that's in the other room, in the front room, is going to be put behind the sofa, which is hopefully going to fit here. It's not a small undertaking. There's already plenty of stuff in here, so it's not going to be a quick job, but the easiest bit is to finish off with my sewing stuff. So yeah, as well, here are the scrubs that I finished, so they can go back as soon as they're ready. As soon as I'm ready, should I say. So we have moved as much as we physically could, and you'll see in a second, it's not looking too bad. Pretty impressed with us, so that's something. It's looking pretty cute. It looks a bit like my flat in London, which was tiny and everything was crammed into one room, so it's given me nostalgia. We've got everything in. We've put another cube there for the rest of the books. TVs are here. Otherwise DVDs. Loads of junk in there. Loads of junk on there. Coffee tables there. And then we've got the room divider, which is actually doing the job it was supposed to do, which is dividing the room. And then on this side, we've got Ben's record player and our dining table, which we've covered with a tablecloth so that it doesn't bleach in the sun. So yeah, pretty happy with how it's turned out. All the plants are on the unit. They're far enough back that they're not going to get too much sunlight, but I'll have to keep an eye on them. Because this room is very, very bright. And yeah, and in here, Ben's drum kit is under there at the back, and then we've got the 2 extra spare chairs that are under there, and a few bits and bobs down there that need sorting tomorrow. My dressmaker's dummy needs to go upstairs along with one more box of stuff, but I need to tidy that all up first. And apart from my mirror that I need to take down at some point when I've got somewhere safe to put it, we're pretty much there. So I think the first job's going to be to see what's under this ceiling paper. I'm hoping it's a flat ceiling, but I'm going to guess it's probably cracked. And we need to roll up our 50s carpet as well. But first I need to hoover it, because as everywhere else in this house today and for the last few weeks, it's got bits of fabric everywhere. It's everywhere. I didn't do any sewing in this room, so it's just kind of like been dragged in on feet. I actually found some in my bra this morning, so that was fun.